Hey everybody, Brandon Costa from Sports Video Group. We're on the road this week visiting the Bay Area, and we're happy to be here at the offices of Clearcom. We're with the president of the company, Bob Boster. Bob, thanks for letting us stop by.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming.
It's a beautiful office you have here, and we always like to come on out to the West Coast, certainly where the weather is certainly nicer where we have back at home right now.
A little bit sun shining. We could use some East Coast rain right now, but it's a lovely day for you guys as visitors, so that's good.
Well, first off, we want to congratulate you guys on winning the award at the AV Awards for FreeSpeak 2. Obviously, been a big year for that product. Why don't you give us a little bit of the update on what's been going on with that product and how it's kind of been a big milestone for you guys?
Sure. Well, FreeSpeak 2 has had a lot of positive response in the marketplace, but also we feel quite gratified from our peers in the industry in terms of winning awards and that kind of thing. FreeSpeak 2 is a great opportunity for us to go back to the well again. You know, it's exciting to have a chance to go back and really take some of the things you've learned in previous product developments and refine them and deliver something back to the marketplace that solves all the things that you learned the first time around. So FreeSpeak 2 being a number 2 product in its line really has the telltale signs of that. Excellent audio quality, really rugged and reliable kind of form factor and use. Resistant to weather and interference. These have been popular aspects of its performance, but the zoned coverage and really being able to just run a simple piece of Cat5 cable that anybody has sitting around on their shelf, put an antenna someplace and build a coverage area so you have a cellular kind of architecture is ultimately a great application for all different kinds of parts of the marketplace. So in the AV industry, in the broadcast industry, in sports operations and venue, it's been really a champ in all of those different spaces.
We're coming up on the end of the year pretty quickly here, but still lots of shows to hit up before the end of the year. I'm sure FreeSpeak 2 will be a big part of what you're presenting at AES, you'll be at the SVG Summit with us, CCW in between. What are some of the other big plans that you might have lined up for those last shows before the end of the year?
Sure. Well, products obviously drive a lot of people's attention to come and visit us, but I want to at least give a plug first for the idea that we come to these shows really as consultants and experts in intercom to talk to people who need to do different kinds of things. So while I could sit here and rattle off all the different new products we have, really the first thing I want to say is come see us and talk to us about what you need to do. Because the answer of what product we fit into that slot may be not the very latest and greatest, but in fact something you didn't even know that we released 18 months ago or 24 months ago or whatever. So take advantage of our expertise because we really know how you might put these things into use, and your specific, application is really the magic for us. So that might mean it's our LQ box for linking together venues over IP. It might mean a different wireless product. It might mean our Agent IC mobile phone app that works with our Eclipse product. Could be any of those, right? It just depends on what you need to accomplish. So let's start off with come and see us, and we can then go down into showing you what you might need to know about.
All right, well, let's try to get into some of that expertise right now. Sports specifically as a play for you guys as a company. Obviously, venues have been big for you guys for a while. In what ways are you changing the marketplace in terms of sports? Do you look at different segments of the industry differently, and do they present different challenges for your customers?
So I think it does. I wouldn't say completely different, not unique challenges, but different challenges. So that expertise again comes into play when you're designing a replay system for something like one of the major sports like Major League Baseball or NHL, both of whom are using our product for that kind of application. They come with a very specific design and workflow, and they think, okay, so I need to accomplish this, and this is how I want it to work, and all of that, and we really dial that solution in. And so we have solutions for the same kind of activity, referee or umpires or referees talking to officials at a remote location, that are completely different from each other in terms of design and architecture in the case of Major League Baseball and NHL. Like so different you couldn't even really believe how different they are. Like I could literally do a design and there's not very much commonality. That specific thing, that really gets into the meat of how sports operations ends up operating, because those design concerns, those considerations are very specific to each customer and that kind of operation. So we look at the sports operations area as one that requires a little extra not customization, but fine tuning to dial it in. And we kind of bundle them together. So it might be the actual holding of an event, like the Olympics, the Olympic system that operates for referees, judges, scorekeeping, timing, all of those different kinds of things. We do that for a lot of the different international sports groups. So in an off year for the Olympics, you might have the World Championships or other tournaments of those kinds of events. Those would be different kinds of concerns necessarily from a replay system, but have some commonality to each other because you're kind of driving all those things together. We find HelixNet works well in that environment because the elegance of the architecture, being able to kind of mix around mic cable, which everyone has, and Cat5, which everyone has, to build a system up that can really give you multi-channel audio, high quality audio performance, put it in different places. It works very well, and it's fairly simple to operate. People can look at a simple talk button and press talk, right? It's not that complicated.
They should be able to.
That's a little different than what you might see in a broadcast truck, where you need that point-to-point communication for many different operators. So some of these design concerns, it's all different in motorsports. So we're in a lot of different motorsports, and quite frequently in the operation of the track and the running of the race, as well as potentially serving for communications for the teams. So we serve team communications, but we also do quite a lot in race operations, which is, again, sports operations as opposed to coaching systems or some of these other things. So we enjoy this business. We like finding these new areas and some of the different parts where these unique workflows pop up. It's very exciting.
Well, you got to be very happy with the replay systems that you mentioned. NHL's replay system has kind of been very respected for a long time, and Major League Baseball's kind of been in the spotlight this postseason, and for all of the right reasons. It seems like it's really been hitting. So kudos to you guys on that.
Thank you very much.
Well, Bob, thanks a lot for letting us stop by the offices today, and we wish you best of luck with everything remaining going forward the rest of this year.
Thanks a lot.
All right, for Sports Video Group, I'm Brandon Costa. For more information, you can visit sportsvideo.org.